Hello, I'm Craig, and this is a mindfulness video. This is the first in a series. Just to kind of give you a flavor of what mindfulness is, what it's used for, how you use it, giving you some practices along the way, and hopefully that it will give you a little kind of knowledge and background into what it can do for you. So, to begin, this video is why mindfulness. So, I just want to talk a bit about first what mindfulness is and why we practice it. So, what is it? Well, mindfulness is about being in the moment, being in the now. You may have heard about living in the now. Um, our body is always in the moment. I'm sitting here right now, talking to you. Our mind might not be with our body. It could be thinking about the future or thinking about the past. So when our mind wanders off and starts thinking about things that aren't here in the here and now, then we lose what's called mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of noticing that we've left the present moment and choosing to come back to it. So we use awareness in order to ground ourselves in the present moment. So, for example, I could be feeling the chair I'm sitting on right now. That's awareness of the chair that I'm sitting on. Might feel the ground under my feet. I might notice my breathing. All these things kind of happen automatically. We don't really feel our breath. We're obviously breathing, but we don't feel it. So mindfulness is about feeling each moment, being aware of where you are, what you're thinking about, how your emotions are, how your body is feeling, all these kinds of things. So that's what mindfulness is. You have to be mindful of something. So mindful of your breath, mindful of the chair, mindful of sounds perhaps that are happening, mindful of thoughts, etc. So there's many ways of practicing it, and I'll come to that in the next video in this series. So why do we practice mindfulness? What's the benefits of it? So by practicing mindfulness, we are connected. Our mind and body are connected. We are present, what's called present. And this presence is so useful because you begin to notice what it is that's going on. Um, when we're caught up in our heads, we can tend to judge or analyze or overthink or have our imagination running riot. So, for example, there may be a meeting or an appointment that you have tomorrow, but you're here today and you're thinking about tomorrow's appointment, and you could be worrying about tomorrow's appointment. So you'll be like, oh, I'm really worried about it. I don't know how that's going to work. I've never been to that place before, so that's worrying me. And you're concocting all sorts of things in your head about this appointment. So that can generate anxiety, that can generate worry in us. So when we're not present, when our mind and body are not connected, we could be judging the future. We're worried about the uncertainty of the future, like an appointment. We get anxious. Similarly, when we're in the past, we could be bothered or angry or annoyed at something that's happened already. There could be as simple as the weather, being annoyed at the rain, perhaps. Sometimes we've gone out for a walk and it starts to rain on us, and we're like, oh, I'm fed up with this rain. Why can't it be sunny? It was sunny. I only came out in a jumper, and now I haven't got my coat. I should have remembered my coat, and I'm fed up with this rain. Why can't it go away? So again, we're analyzing the fact that it is raining. We're not fully present for that rain, that experience. We're in our heads judging it, you see. And people who are in their heads judging all the time, they get what's called a heavy body. they get more tired, they get more grumpy. I call it huffy puffy mode. Um, when we're huffy puffy, we're not present for what's here. We're not noticing the joy or the wonder or the beauty of our environment. You could be going out for a lovely walk, and there could be lovely trees and birds singing, um, moments of beauty there, but you're moaning or grudging the rain or whatever's going on. You might be thinking about something else completely. You're not on the walk. So you miss the beauty of the walk. So mindfulness gives you back joy of the moment, joy of being just here. It also helps with your health because it helps with your emotions. You catch you're thinking about the future or the past, and you notice, your mindfulness notices. It's like, oh, I'm thinking about tomorrow, but actually, here I am. So I'm not going to think about tomorrow anymore. I'm going to come back to where I am. I feel the ground under my feet. I'm walking. I'm drinking tea. I'm sitting. I don't need to think about this thing. So, if you can catch these thoughts, it can help with things like anxiety. It can help with things like annoyance. We practice in mindfulness non judgment. We're trying to accept whatever it is, wherever we are, that's where we are. That's the truth. So, you could say mindfulness is like an encounter with what's true, what's real. What could be in our heads might not be real. So it's a good practice. It's good for your health. As I say, it will give you more joy. It will give you more energy. It will help with emotional states like anxiety, depression, anger, annoyance, all the emotions you can think of. We're trying to accept each moment. We're trying not to judge things. Rain is falling. That could be what's happening. But if we're like, I don't like that the rain is falling, then we're judging the rain. Or I don't like being stuck in traffic, or I don't like being in this supermarket queue. We try and let go of that. We come back to where we are, how we feel, what's going on here, what's this teaching me, what am I learning from this experience? So it can really help in situations where we're feeling upset or emotional because we can catch it with our mindfulness. It's like, I know I'm anxious. I know I'm feeling uncomfortable here. So with mindfulness, I can stop the thinking that fuels these emotions and makes them bigger and just come back to myself and breathe. We can do mindful breathing, and I'll talk you through that in another video. And yeah, it helps, it brings you back to the moment. So that's what mindfulness is, and that's why we practice it in order to help our well-being. It's also good for kindness and compassion because when we're more mindful, we may not automatically just fall into old habits, old patterns that, if someone's talking to us, sometimes we're very familiar with that particular person. Sometimes we can say things really quickly and we're not really present for what we say. We may not be listening to the other person. We could be distracting ourselves. We all have habits. I have a fear of being late. So sometimes I'm always early, a lot of the time for things, but my mindfulness can catch this as well. It can notice when my brain is telling me to move, to keep going, to keep rushing, to keep doing. So mindfulness is about slowing and being and just being more graceful and gentle with everything that we do and knowing why we do it, catching when we're frightened or nervous about something, pausing, just hitting that pause button, just like coming back to ourselves and going, yeah, how am I feeling actually right now? Am I acting out of a habit here? Or am I consciously choosing to do these things? So I hope that that's made some sort of sense as a beginning, video on what mindfulness is. So just to finish, we'll do a little practice. Um, so just bring your awareness to the ground under your feet and also the chair that you're sitting on, and just get a sense of how you're feeling just now. And whatever it is that you're feeling, that's okay. That's how you're feeling just now. We're not trying to have happiness over unhappiness. If you're feeling sad or you're feeling moody or grumpy, then that's fine. Just accept that that's how you feel just now, in the here and now, in this moment. The beauty with mindfulness is that you start to notice that everything changes. So just notice, you might be feeling a bit gloomy first thing, but you might feel better later on. So everything changes, and mindfulness is there noticing the changes. So we're not dwelling up here all on the negative or woe is me, my life is horrible, I don't know how I'm going to cope. All of this is thought. So just keep coming back to your body, to your feeling, and being okay with how you feel, and things will start to change for you. So thank you very much for listening to me for about 10 minutes. This is the first video, as I say, in a series. So the next one will all be about how you can incorporate mindfulness into your daily life. So that's our next video. So thanks very much, and I'll speak to you again later on. Bye just now.